Having trouble connecting, please check your internet connection. Come on now. Should be good.
Oh man, you need an Ethernet cable. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Let's see. Let me check it.
It's we're actually live on Facebook right now.
Oh, there we go. We're
Live.
good to go.
All right.
I don't know what's going on with Facebook. Maybe they saw the title. I don't know what's going on with YouTube or live stream. But we're in here. We have to talk about something very, very important, actually. Women have more children than men. All right, Jeff?
All right, man.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, women have more kids than men.
They tried to play us, but we made the game. Offend these haters, turn their shade to shame. Believe you me? Stick with the name that pays. Big Daddy everything. And they thought I was dumb to rap, but how dumb is that when I'm the running back? Gut punch you in front of you at eye level, see if you gon' stomach that. It's food for thought, but we don't feed them hoes. We don't need them hoes. Eloquent, Big Daddy elephant, just in their element. Intelligence, telling men something they can tell a friend. And
I know that the last thing that beautiful women, our women, want is negative attention, brother. Right? Is that?
Yeah, I agree.
Women are okay with positive attention, good, like, anything in a negative light. I've always seemed to get a lot of backlash for.
Yeah, I have personal data that could also support that. Every beautiful woman I've encountered, when taking a selfie, takes minimum of 15 pictures and picks one to post.
Oh no, I thought you said beautiful women.
Yeah, so I'm saying beautiful women.
So just take a picture. You're beautiful.
They do 15 times. Minimum. That's minimum. And then post one of them. They don't want to post one that's not the best. No negative photos on the internet.
So it's no wonder if I say something that could be taken any different way, even though I think, hey, this looks just fine.
Man. This is great.
Look, what are you talking about? You look beautiful. This is you. This is
take it down.
What? This is
no. That's not even my good angle.
Oh my gosh. You are suffering from not knowing like how amazing you are.
I'm suffering. All right. Just please don't.
Oh man. So I think we've discovered the real problem here, brother. We've discovered the real problem that no extensive amount of women or group of women want to have any kind of negative attention, bro.
Yeah. Yep.
Because what I've noticed is that usually pretty much anything is all good except for when it gets exposed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know a little bit what I mean? You have any experience with that? I've dealt with women just one-on-one or privately.
Yeah,
they're pretty much, easygoing, anything goes, but don't want anyone else to know about it.
Yep, that's been my experience as well.
Okay. Well, then we won't pick on you much, ladies. We just want you to know, as a matter of fact, it's important for everyone to know that we are philogynists.
Completely philogynist, the both of us. That would be myself and also solo self.
I appreciate that, brother. You just did that?
I did, yeah. Because we're philogynists. It's
You riding with me on that one?
I'm in the car, brother. We're getting in the car. We're already
Yes.
in. My seatbelt's actually been on the entire time. We're here.
All right, well, then let's do it. Phylogeny is a person who likes or admires women. Jeff, you can
Absolute phylogynist.
ride with that, right?
Yeah. We're good with that.
This is not to be confused with gynocentrism, being a where your entire world is centered around the woman. But brother, I can appreciate the touch or the look or the just the company of a woman, brother. I appreciate it.
Yeah, brother. I would go as far as to say is my appreciation and affection towards women has been one of the most consistent things that has been throughout my life.
There you go.
It has been one of the most consistent and ever evolving. It's always changing, actually, into more. I have more appreciation and affection towards women now than I did when I was even 5 years ago.
Wow.
So it's consistently there, and it's just hasn't budged. And it's one of the few things, we change as people over time, and that's just been there the whole time.
No, absolutely. This is good. When I think about the relationship I have with my mother, and the relationship I have with my sister, and the relationship I have with your mother, even sister, daughters, my daughters, my sister's friends, I've always been very respectful to respectable women. Have some ladies that besides the fact that I'm a man and they're women, besides that one fact, we could consider ourselves friends. But
Yeah.
I'm a man, they're women. So you know how that, yeah, we all understand how that goes.
I mean, yeah. The way it's worked for me, very similar, brother. I've always kind of just respected and appreciated women. That's grown quite a bit. I've never really been one to really harp on the differences because we're more alike than we are different, right?
Much more, yeah.
But it's kind of obvious. Like women can have babies. I can write my initials in the snow with urine. So it's like obvious differences between men and women. You know what I mean?
Yes,
But
sir.
I've never been one to like rub it in or harp on it, brother.
Yeah, I try to come into a place of understanding.
Mhm.
I know ever since Kevin Samuels, there's been an issue because, obviously before Kevin Samuels, there was the battle of the sexes.
Yeah.
Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. There's been this tug of war back and forth for some time. And because of that, brother, it's easy for us to get swept in
It is. Yeah.
with all that and say, there's just every time I see a title that says women this or men that, I'm just so tired of all these podcasts.
Yeah.
The only problem, brother, is I didn't make this up. Women having more kids than men. What's up with that, brother?
Yeah, it oh man, it's kind of interesting. I remember as a kid, a girl that I had a crush on, she would tell me, girls go to college to get more knowledge. Boys go to Mars to get candy bars.
Ooh.
And the first time I heard it, I thought to myself, I like that. That's cool. Boys go to Mars to get candy bars? That's dope. I'll take that all day. Go to college? College sucks. Now that I'm older, brother, it looks like girls have babies more than men. That would be a better response. Girls have more babies than men. So.
Do men even have babies? Because then that's the first thing is we're POSs, because we don't even have babies, and you're over here talking about we have more. Yeah, that's because we can run apps around you, Mister, with that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, we're off to Mars to get candy bars, right? Y'all are going to college. No wonder you're having more babies. And we can't have babies. I get it. I hear what you're saying, but we're exploring the unknown for deliciousness.
I wonder if this has always kind of been a thing, brother.
I got some stats. Maybe we can kind of see through the statistics.
Stats on how long this has been a thing.
Yeah, in America at least.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, in the United States.
What you got?
So let's just clarify that we're not making things up. Here's a stat from the National Health Statistics. It says women, the age group that they're going to go with is 14 to 49 for both men and women. Women aged 14 to 49 have 1.3 biological children. These are averages, right? Obviously, you can't have 1.3. But when they put the numbers together, they end up with 1.3 for women. Whereas men in the same age group have 0.9 children.
They don't have any kids.
They don't have any children. That's not even a child. 0.9 is not even a kid.
All right.
Also, 24 for women is the first age they start having children on average, and 27 for men.
Okay.
So men start later and basically don't have kids, whereas women do.
Okay. They have one and they're pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
1.3.
Yep. That's one in a maybe, one in a possible.
Yes, sir.
Like a spades game, 1.3.
Brother, I just can't help but to wonder how that happened. Shouldn't, because it takes a man and a woman, brother.
It does, yeah.
So shouldn't it just be equal, like 1 and 1?
Well, I think for a long time it was. One study, in fact, says that it has been this way, not those numbers exactly, but women have had more children than men since 1991. It's been consistent every year.
So since NWA.
91, yeah. When did the first Chronic album drop?
That's been 92 and 93.
Wasn't it?
Could you? Maybe 92. Could you look that up?
I'll look that up now, yeah. Chronic, because the second one was 2001, right?
Yes.
Chronic 2000. 92, okay. So the following year, the Chronic album dropped. One of the greatest albums known to mankind.
When were the Los Angeles Rodney King riots?
I think that was 91. Let's see.
See?
The Rodney King riots. Let's look it up here. Trying to do this with one hand, guys. It's not working.
Y'all bear with us. We're trying to get to the bottom of
the same year as the Chronic, 92. So it would have taken place, March of that year. The Chronic was released in December.
Okay, so neither of those could be it.
You said WNBA, perhaps?
Did I say WNBA?
Is that what you said?
No, sir. No, I said neither of those could be it. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, I got you.
I was asking when did NWA break up?
Oh, NWA. I don't know why I thought you said WNBA.
Oh yeah.
NWA breakup. It was right before the Chronic, early 92.
92. I'm just not getting it, brother. What happened in 1991?
A lot changed in 91. Something big had to happen, right?
Okay, so who's president in 1991?
Let's look this up. Had to have been Clinton, right? Oh, it was George H. Bush. It was Bush. George H. Bush. Herbert is the H, for those of you that don't know.
And I'm going to put what major law change in 1990? The Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990? No way.
That's the only one.
Immigration Act of 1990. Uh-oh. It's not going to read that one. All right, Jeff? Okay.
Yeah, you want to
Oh, sorry.
take it easy there? So?
All right, 10 bills that really mattered. All right. No, I just listen, brother. I'm not finding anything that happened.
There was some civil rights laws passed in 91.
91 or 90? Well, let's hear it.
Yeah, there was some federal civil rights laws provided for the recovery compensation of damages. So you could sue, basically, the police.
Okay, sue the police. I see that the Gun Free School Zones Act was in 1990. Whew. No, brother, I'm not seeing any significant. Okay, we have Justin. What's going on, brother? We have Justin here saying war against drugs. Could that have had something to do with it? Because that was in the 80s, late 80s. So you need a little bit of time. That's true. You need a little time for it to mix up a little bit.
Yeah, that was who started that Just Say No campaign? Was that?
That was the president's wife. Yeah, Ronald Reagan's wife.
Reagan, yeah, not Nixon. Reagan, yeah. Okay, so the war on
Nancy,
drugs.
Nancy Reagan. Just Say No.
Because that was Reagan that started the war on drugs, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, war against drugs. Yeah.
Because wouldn't it take a little time for more sex to happen, more children to be born, to change the numbers?
It would, yeah, it would. I think there was like a boost in the early 90s, though.
Boost
for the war on drugs. Weren't a lot of prisons built in the early 90s?
So less men.
Because I want to say, I know in Texas, there's like old prisons and new prisons.
Yep.
Many of the new ones were built 90, 91, 92.
So now there's less men.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So the same men are making other women pregnant.
Yeah, and then there's more men that aren't making anyone pregnant. Well, maybe there's like 1% of them getting somebody pregnant.
Got you. Yes, sir. New laws, new prisons, less men. Okay. So, brother, look. It's our fault, right? Because doesn't it have to always end up being the man's fault?
It does, yeah, somehow.
Okay. So I'm looking at it right now. War against drugs. Stupid. Don't do drugs. Don't sell drugs. Mm-hmm. It's the first thing that somebody could say. Hey, don't do that. But why would the women continue to have kids, brother? If men are like, why don't they just say, "Oh, there's not enough men"?
I guess that would probably lead us into our next point of discussion.
Okay, what you got?
Blended families.
Blended families.
Yeah, blended families.
There's a show that was on for quite some time. Ed O'Neill happened to have been the lead actor on it. You know what show I'm talking about?
I don't. No.
It's called Modern Family.
Oh yeah, I know that show. Of course I know that show.
I only listed the wrong actor.
Yeah, why didn't you start with the main character, the main actress? The main person that only matters in that show. Why didn't you start with her?
No, what I did. Rather, the most famous person.
No, you didn't say anything about Sophia. You didn't even say her name. Who the heck is Ed? We don't even know who Ed is. Who's Ed? Is that Al Bundy? Is that who that is?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Nobody watched that show for him. That dude's funny, man.
Oh man. Yeah, no idea what I was talking.
I had no clue who you were talking about, brother. The main character, the show is about Sophia, man. Why not just...
Oh man. All right. So it's a show in which, Sophia is one of the main characters. They had a blended family, right?
They did.
A little bit.
Yep.
Okay, what you got? What you got on blended families?
Yeah, so about 40% of families in the U.S. are blended. And the reason I say blended families could be
40?
40%. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
About 40% of families are blended.
Yeah. Praise God.
Amen. Yeah. So the reason I was saying that would lead into that, going from less men, but women are still having children, is because that's kind of the solution to that. The men are gone. Women are still going to want children. They still want to have children. Many of them already have children and the men are gone, right? Many of the men that go away have children with women and they continue to have children.
Mm.
You see? Blended families. That's what ends up happening. So 40% of children, and that's been a consistent number as of 2021 for 30 years, which would be 1991.
Wow.
The same amount of time that women have had more children, 40% families have been blended. Same in the same time period.
Okay.
More specifically for the women, 6 out of 10. Let me read that right. 6 out of 10 women are in blended families, have remarried into a blended family.
That doesn't sound that bad until you say 3 out of 5.
Because that's what 6 out of 10 is kind of like, right?
Yeah, you reduce it.
Yeah, but why would you do? But yeah, 6 out of 10 doesn't sound so bad.
3 out of 5 sounds like everyone, all of them.
Yeah, but it's not. It's more like every 12 out of 20. There's 40 women, only 24 of them.
I got you.
Right?
Yeah.
But 3 out of 5 sounds like all of them.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah.
All right. You know, brother, what does it matter, right? Let's just look at how despicable and horrible we are for even bringing this up.
Yeah.
But what low lives.
Jerks, man.
You know, just let everybody live their life and just, don't judge and just be quiet. And everybody gets to do whatever they want. It's their lives. Butt out. That's what they used to say when I was growing up.
Yeah, butt out.
Mind your business. Remember we had a video.
Yeah.
Mind your business.
Mind your business. Yeah.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't have anything to say or talk about if I didn't remember that one man could be a father to about 1,000 children if he wanted to in a year. 1 year, a man can. Now, of course, he has to start the year prior. You got to get started
Right.
early. But
yeah, you have to preload the first year.
There you go. But if pre-order his kids, if he got busy and let's say was coital for 3 times a day for an entire year. Granted, all these women had to be ovulating, and if he could just continue at that pace 3 times a day for an entire year, then all brought him full to term, he could be a father to over 1,000 children.
Mhm.
Most of them would be boys, also, by the way. So and then let's just say he does it the next year, and then does it the next year. He goes on a 5-year span. He could have 5,000 children.
Yeah.
If a woman had sex 3 times a day for 5 years, all different men, which she wouldn't. There's no woman that would do that. Okay,
Right.
Jeff? There's none.
That would be back to back
A different man
every
three times a day. That would never happen. But let's just say it did. We're gonna go all the way to the extreme. In 5 years, brother, she would only have at the most, if let's just say it was 1 kid each, because we didn't do the multiple children with the men. Obviously, he could have had
quintuplets and all
twins
that,
and triplets, right? So at the very most, in a 5-year span, we'd be looking at 6 kids.
Right.
She'd be a mother 6 times.
Yeah, that's interesting, because if what you're saying is true, brother, but why?
No.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go. Yes, please. If you
No, why the numbers don't indicate this at all?
But I didn't lie. You're calling me a liar.
But you didn't lie. I don't agree that you lied. I think that you didn't lie.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Because I was gonna say, like, what? I didn't even lie to you.
Yeah, I've been a sexually active adult quite some time now, and I have to constantly be sure not to impregnate people I don't want to impregnate.
Right.
Because I could accidentally have 100 kids.
Yes, sir.
If I'm not careful.
Right.
Right.
Yes, sir. You're not the only man. There's other men. I'm one of them who also, yeah, brother. If I didn't keep this thing under wraps, and if I didn't keep myself under control and strict discipline, I mean, gosh, Jeff, I'm out here. I'm loaded up enough to have 5,000 kids, and I don't think I'm getting the credit. I'm not getting enough credit.
I want to say, brother, that I commend you.
I appreciate it, Jeff.
I commend you, brother.
I got 2 kids. I have 2 girls. All right.
Yeah, because people might look at you and be like, "Oh, that's just a dude walking down the aisle at the store."
Yes, sir.
And they don't realize, brother, you could have a whole town populated
by myself,
by yourself,
and I'm showing restraint.
You shouldn't receive a thank you only at the cash register at the store. Thank you for your service, Sola.
Yeah, well, at least you appreciate it.
Yeah. I understand the struggle. I get it.
And to think, I mean, if you go back and think about Father's Day and what you get as a father, if I had my 5,000 kids, I'd just say, hey, just cash out me $1.
Just $1. It's like it would be like chapter 2 of tax return.
That's right.
You just cash
it. Be like, man, listen, don't even. I know y'all want to buy me socks. Just put the sock money in my cash app. $9, everybody, all of you,
all of y'all. Yeah, and then tell the mothers a few months prior, just be like, look, keep the money that you're gonna get. Just $9.
It's $9. And for those numbers to be so off, brother, 6 children in 5 years, as opposed to 5,000 children or more, probably closer to 6,000. So then how can women, if those are the numbers, how is it possible that women have more children than men? Is there something we need to talk about?
It sounds like somebody might be violating the monopoly laws.
Is it time to talk? Ladies, is it time to talk? Can we talk? Because we didn't have to have the discussion prior to 1991. That's what the records indicate.
Right. Yeah.
You know, the decisions that we make, and as you know now, men are way more chaste than women are, because we just proved it.
For sure. Yeah.
Men are way more sexually disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and now that's obvious to everyone. I'm just thinking that, ladies, we just want to talk to you about decisions. That's it.
So
It's just decisions. And I know that when you talk to anybody, brother, anybody that doesn't want to talk about it, they don't want to talk about the decisions that they made. And they don't feel like you're worthy to talk to me about my choices. That conversation usually doesn't go anywhere.
right.
But if there's somebody willing to talk, like, let's talk about these decisions, man. Let's talk about these decisions. Is there anything wrong with a blended family? No, I love family, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I love family. I know that a woman can use some support, especially if she has a child or two children,
Mm-hmm.
and she finds somebody that wants to support her. It's beautiful. The one thing I would ask is that the man try his best not to replace a father, because come on, you know what I'm saying? Just if the actual father wants to be around, let him be around as much as he possibly can. His children, not your wife, but his children.
Right.
But I would rather people not divorce. You got something?
No, I was going to say I agree with that, brother. If there's a father, then there's a father.
There's a father already.
Yeah, and it doesn't take away from your role, your position.
Can't. You're the one taking care of it.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather people not divorce, so we wouldn't have to see these things. Because, brother, if everyone got married and didn't divorce, and they had 9 kids, you wouldn't see these numbers, brother. The man has 9 kids, the woman has 9 kids. That's it.
Yeah, be even Steven.
Maybe I'm and maybe even Jeff, I don't know exactly how you think, but brother, maybe I'm just delusional, brother. Just like
well, I'll say I agree with you. It is possible that you're delusional. I can't speak to that because I could also be delusional. It could be. But we have some evidence that shows that something very strange is happening. Something very out of the ordinary is going on, and it has been for some time.
Yeah.
And if that causes a case for delusion, then so be it. But I think it does need to be discussed.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I my heart goes out to these women again. As a philologist, it's not somebody that's scared. I'm not scared of women.
Yeah.
You know, even though women can be very menacing at times, I'm not afraid. It doesn't matter. But I do care so much about you all, and I just imagine how it's like. Gosh, man, you know, haven't you ever heard "never kick a man while he's down"? And it can kind of come across as like kicking women when they're down. I don't want to do that. I don't believe Jeff wants to do that. Just want to get your attention so we can talk and say, hey,
Yeah.
let's go this way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, clean yourself up. Hey, let's eat this and not that. Let's not eat that. Let's eat this. Hey, don't go out tonight. Don't have so much fun. Like fun is not life. Don't have fun.
Hey, how much fun did you plan on having?
Golly.
Had like 2 funds this week, man.
Right.
Can we have some chills? Can we do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead?
Can we plan? Can we do some planning? Because I've been looking forward to actually planning some stuff out with you.
Yeah.
We'll just stick to the plan. That's how it works. Listen, women, if I know that nobody at 11 years old planned in the next 7 years to get pregnant.
Of course. Yeah.
I don't think so. Not at 11. But what did you plan for?
Mm-hmm.
There was a friend of mine, coworker of mine. I actually, possible that she'll see this. Who once she realized she had a young child, and she did not marry the father. I remember her saying that she was a statistic. That she had become a statistic. She has since not had any more children, brother. But I remember that very much I wanted to say something but I couldn't say anything, brother. I couldn't stop her from saying that she was a statistic.
Right.
So I know that it's not a planned event. They don't plan for
Right.
for the person that they're dealing with to say, I think something went. I think something went in.
That's negligence. It's not purposeful. It's accidental.
Yeah. So no one does that, and then also you're not expecting to be late because remember last time it was close. It was a scare, and you weren't late, and then you did it so many other times, and you're not late. It's fine, brother. Do you know that the only time a woman can get pregnant, the only time, brother, is between 12 and 24 hours every month? The only time, brother. That's the only.
That can't be true. Actually, that can't even be true. 24 to 48-hour time span in a month?
No, sir. No. 12 to 24 hours.
12 to 24 hours in a whole month?
The entire month. That's why I never believed guys when they said, "Nah, bro, the condom just broke." You're lying to me. Why'd you lie to me? We just met.
I've never actually seen a condom break personally, and I've used them.
Yeah, but that's what they're saying. You know, whether there was no friction or too much friction or whatever it was. But usually that's what they're made for, brother. They're made for penetration. So why are you lying? Why did you lie to me?
Yeah, and it's the same material used for like people that deal with like radioactive materials.
Yes, sir.
You know, life-threatening stuff.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't break easily.
It shouldn't break, and if it does, you should sue the company because it is a prophylactic. You should sue them.
You should.
How about that, brother? Let's put that out there. No. What happened? Condom broke. Did you sue? Because, brother, if it is a prophylactic and it is for the purpose of birth control.
Yeah, I was not in control of the birth of this child.
Should be able to sue, brother, because I was trusting y'all. And what if there was some kind of sexually transmitted disease that I could have or did get? I'm going to sue y'all. And I don't think they want to get sued, Jeff. I'm just not thinking these condoms break like that.
I don't know, man. Lawsuits get kind of hairy too, brother.
I suppose. I'm not
because then you got to prove that it broke. You know.
I got you. I'm a married man. I'm not a condom user, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, just 12 to 24 hours, Jeff. That's it.
Again, that can't be possibly true. I just have a really hard time believing that that's the window.
That's actually it. That's the only time.
Okay.
So let me explain what happens. The ovum or whatever, ovaries, they bring out a fully mature egg. That's what they call ovulation.
Right,
And
right, right.
and that fully mature egg will receive the sperm for 12 to 24 hours, and then
Okay.
it's gone. Your window's gone. So what can happen is if you had sex, let's just say this married couple had sex, or they copulated Tuesday,
Hmm.
but she doesn't ovulate until Sunday. Well, they're still.
I see. And it's probably going to be a girl.
That's going to be a girl.
It's going to be a girl
That's
because
how you get girls.
they're there longer, they live
They
longer,
live longer, right?
take a little longer to get to the egg.
Right. The
Okay.
female spermatozoas, the ones with the XX, they travel much slower
Mhm.
and they live longer.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so they're gonna be there kind of hanging out, trying to figure out what's going on. Like, what are we doing? They're very directionless.
It's kind of like how they go to the store when they go shopping.
Yes,
Kind of hang out for a little while,
sir.
looking
And
at
so
stuff.
here comes the egg, and they're like, "Girl, there's an egg," and they're like, "Oh, come on!" And they're like, "Teamwork, teamwork. Who's gonna go? Rachel, you go, okay?" And then they push Rachel in, and that's how it works.
Yay for Rachel. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just how it works. Uh,
Supportive. Yeah.
if the young lady, the wife, is ovulating, and so now she's coming on to you because she's in what we would call heat for I guess for animals, but
Yeah.
she's feeling it, brother. There's something going on, and she's craving her husband, and so he says, "Look, all right," he gives it to her. What happens in that day is a boy because the male sperms are much faster, and they die fast. They die early too. So just like
Yeah.
on this side of that egg, they die faster.
Yeah. Live fast, die young.
So man, I don't know if I was supposed to say that, brother. Good thing this isn't China.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, we'd be getting rehoused pretty quickly. We're in China talking about this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if I was supposed to say that, but anyhow, that's uh, that's all you have is those 12 to 24 hours.
Okay, that makes sense. I can see that because I usually give it like a week, but it's understanding that it's the female XX sperm that kind of hangs out for a few more days.
Yeah.
It does give you a few days where, okay,
Yep, that's how it happens.
that's pretty sensible. I can see that.
So this is what we're dealing with. I want
Yeah.
for the ladies to. I don't see y'all talking. If y'all are there watching, what's up? I would like to extend this olive branches. We've done this before. Extend that olive branch.
We have, yeah,
What
yeah,
what is what? Yeah, I want to hear from you, brother.
yeah. I want to harp on the importance of each individual. When reading statistics, it can often be easy to forget that we're talking about people, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
children. Like when you hear 40% families are blended families, or 40% of children lived in blended homes,
Mhm.
right? It's easy to forget that a lot of those children are absolutely satisfied and happy
That's true.
that they have this. And the reason I say that is because what changes the numbers in an average game like this is is very small details, right? There's a verse in the Bible where it says the small foxes spoil the vine. So it's the small things that can change these numbers. I'll give you an example. If you have two men, let's say you start with one man and one woman, and they have a child, right? Now we have an average of one. Man has one child, woman has one child. If she decides to leave that man and have another man, and then have a child with that man, now we have two men with one child and one woman with two children. And so
Mm.
the average now is that women have more children than men. You see?
Yeah.
And so if you were to expand that, let's say, to 20 women and 40 men, one woman making a decision to not leave and have another child would drastically change the number.
That's true.
5 women would change it even more drastically. And so when looking at this stuff, you may think, I'm just going to do me and everybody else do them. Right. And
Usually, yeah.
it'd be wonderful if that's how real life works, but it never does. It never does. So keeping that in mind, I think we should have a discussion about this. Ladies, come. Let's reason.